Hi guys and welcome back to Tommy Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. And once again we have a great engagement here in between two pro players from the South Korean scene. So let me just start by introducing the players to you guys. We have spawning here in the upper left in the red, it is JAEDONG. And his opponent is going to be none other than spawning here in the lower right in the green, it is STORK. So very interesting Protoss versus Terran versus Zerg here on Destination 1.1. We've seen of course many Protosses versus Zergs on this channel, but these two players were considered to be very strong, especially JAEDONG, one of the strongest Zerg, if not the strongest Zergs in the period of 2010-2015. The same can be said of course about STORK as well, who is already sending here out a very early probe, so he decides to place his island here into this position, so this might indicate to us that he's actually going for a fast expansion here. However, the overlord here from JAEDONG is already moving out very fast on the map. And let's just see the opening up here from JAEDONG. He's at 9 drones. Perhaps he's going to build a spawning pool really soon. Perhaps he's going to go also straight into a fast expansion. Overlord is out on the map. The same can be said about the probe here from STORK, who really wishes to know what exactly he is up to. He doesn't see any drone here into this location, as we actually have a 9 pool here, so a spawning pool here from the Zerg, from JAEDONG. Nothing yet here in the main from STORK, of course. He only has this pylon placed here into this location. I'm pretty sure that he's going for an expansion. Let's just see what this drone he's going to build. Perhaps a gateway here. No, from the looks of it, it looks like a forge. Indeed a forge, as this probe here is being very annoying here against JAEDONG, so stealing some time here. JAEDONG even has to micro this drone back, and this expansion is a little bit delayed here from this probe. So really good job here by STORK here with this probe, taking so much time here away from JAEDONG, as JAEDONG even decides to move his third probe into this location. His hatchery is up, the spawning pool is also up, and the first Zerglings will be very likely spawned really soon. So a fast expansion here for JAEDONG versus a fast expansion also here from STORK. Really interesting stuff. The first cannon is also being produced. Perhaps he's going to build another one here, but his ramp will be blocked. Let's have a look at the probe. The Zerglings are also out here, and even more and more are probably being produced now. So first Zerglings are out on the map, but remember, a cannon can two-shot a Zergling. However, there is, what is this, of course a gateway just to block the entrance, and only one cannon here for STORK, as JAEDONG is doing a really nice job here, chasing this one probe only with one Zergling, as the rest of the Zerglings will try of course to get the surround. But at the same time, look at this, JAEDONG decides to place his third hatchery on the 3rd minute mark. So really interesting stuff, as this probe here from STORK is being surrounded now and killed. So STORK not making it into this location, so he has no idea that JAEDONG is indeed going for another expansion here. Cybernetic score also up, so we might see some Dragoons, of course, we might see some Zealots here for the Protoss, of course. High Templars with Psionic Storm are very good against the Zerg. The same can be said about Reavers, as we've seen in recent replays. Of course, lots of Protosses like to go for their Stargate with some Corsairs against those Overlords, just to deny that supply here. So really go out for hunting against those Overlords. At the same time, Corsairs can be nicely used to explore the map, to just see what exactly your opponent is up to, as we see now the tier 2 here from JAEDONG, and he's even moving out with a strong force here. So many Zerglings here. There is no Zealot, there is the first Zealot out, but the probes are just surrounding here this cannon. This cannon is very important here for STORK, so he might get taken out, but at the same time so many Zerglings have fallen, only one is being left, he's very hurt. And of course STORK is going to rebuild this cannon as fast as possible. So first aggression here from JAEDONG, showing his presence here on the map. Even might take out a probe, but given the fact that his Zergling is so hurt, he is of course going to just look at this base here from STORK, sees this Stargate, so he knows that some Corsairs will follow up here. Nice placement of this Overlord as well. Notice that STORK is going into 2 cannons now, so 2 cannons can one-shot one Zergling, of course, and the ramp is nicely blocked here even with this Zealot here. Let's just see, he's going for more Zealots now. He's actually transitioning into some Dragoons now. Still a low number from probes, only almost 20 versus the 15 from the Zerg. Of course, Zergs do lose a drone when they make a building. We have the first spire out here for JAEDONG, so this might indicate to us that he is going indeed for some Mutalisk. Of course, the Mutalisk would be great into this position as there are no defenses here, only this target. But at the same time, of course, Corsairs with their splash damage are really a good counter against those Mutalisk. On the other hand, of course, JAEDONG is very much known here for his micro, for his especially for his Mutalisk micro, so he really wants to show us what exactly he's going to go up to. Of course, some Zergs are just placing this spire just to fake a Mutalisk harassment, just to force more and more Corsair build-ups from the Protoss, more and more cannons build up. But if I look at this position here, the Protoss doesn't really have that much to offer here against some Mutalisk, so Mutalisk harassment into this position would be very great here. Some Corsairs are even hunting some more Overlords here. JAEDONG also in the middle of the map with his Zerglings just to see if Stork decides to move out with his army. He's just moving with a small army out here, but he might do some damage, of course. This animal is blocking here Stork's army a little bit. JAEDONG needs, of course, now to buy some time to just get a nice surround and onto this small unit composition. He's building here another hatchery, perhaps. Yes, indeed, it's another hatchery as another zealot is coming in here. So these drones are under attack. He finds a nice position here. Drones have to fight. They're being backed up here by Zerglings, so in the end the forces from Stork are being surrounded. This Dragoon is being surrounded. Or some drones will fall here, but in the end JAEDONG is able to hold this. He did lose one drone, but he nicely holds this with that Zerg speed upgrade, and these drones can continue now with their mining. Spire is up. Let's just see when the first Mutalisk are going to come, or if they are going to come. We just see some droning, more and more droning up here by JAEDONG, and there's even another hatchery here for him. An evolution chamber, a creepy colony, so he might go into some Hydralisk. Yes, indeed, there's that hidden Hydralisk then here. So this could be indicating to us, of course, that he doesn't go for any Mutalisk play at all. Stork indeed is expecting some Mutalisk as he's leaving here his Corsairs at this position, and even one cannon here being placed. Another Corsair here is being produced. At the same time, JAEDONG moves out once again with a strong Zergling army here, and a nice position here for him as he's targeting this simulator, so he's going to deny some gas here for Stork. Really good stuff. We also have the first shuttle out on the gameplay, so we might see some High Templars, but I don't see a Templar Archive, so it could be indeed some Reavers. Reavers very good here for the Protoss. Once again, this gas has been denied, and he might deny it once again. First he wishes to take out this Zealot, and yeah, indeed, gas should be once again denied. Really good stuff here by JAEDONG. So let's just have a look what exactly he is going to opt for. So many Corsairs here, but the attack is not coming. Even another Corsair here is being built. So Stork really thinks that it's Mutalisk, but if I look at the main and at the expansion, look at that, we have actually a mass Hydralisk strategy here for JAEDONG. Pretty interesting. Finally, the first Reaver is out against those Zergling. Of course, no match. Reavers, of course, very good against Hydralisk as well, but you really need to micro him very well with this shuttle. So perhaps some more Reavers. Indeed, more Reavers are being spawned here for Stork. Let's have a look at his main. He's even pumping more and more Corsairs out. Perhaps he wishes to kill as many Overlords as possible. Already 6 Corsairs here, but JAEDONG, of course, will protect these Overlords with his Hydralisk. Hydralisk, a great counter to the Corsairs. However, Corsairs could cast, of course, that defensive matrix, that blinding cloud on those Hydralisks here, and they wouldn't be able to shoot air. There's even an upgrade here for those Overlords, so faster moving Overlord, of course, for JAEDONG here. Let's just have a look what exactly is Stork up to here. It's going to deal some massive splash damage here, but needs to be careful with that shuttle. Shuttle already down on these shields, so he has to pull back. A nice micro here from JAEDONG with his Hydralisk as he's moving out here on the map, as we're closing in at a 10-minute mark here for him. Stork still leaves his Corsairs here, hoping to kill some overlords. There are no overlords here for him. Jaedong is moving in onto this expansion, but there's already a Reaver here with his Reaver balls dealing so much splash damage here against those Hydralisks. And this choke point is actually very bad here for Jaedong, so he has to of course pull back as two Reavers are waiting here for him. Might take out here this Zealot, so really good stuff here by Stork, holding this position, even taking out an Overlord or two, and now actually decides to pull back. And look at that, this is really great here. Just one Overlord is being killed, but his Corsairs are being surrounded now, so of course Stork has to pull back, as Jaedong all of a sudden decides to move back. He's not being aggressive, even leaves his three lower Overlords here into this position. Perhaps Jaedong is expecting a drop here from Stork with these Reavers. Of course, those Reavers with that splash damage could deal so much damage. This could be a good location here for a drop, and this one as well. So even once again Jaedong is splitting his troops. Some of his troops are into this position here. There's even some Scourge here, of course, waiting for that shuttle. So Jaedong very defensively here wishes to protect his bases against the harassment by those Reavers. However, Stork playing it very safe as well. Just leaves his shuttle here with those two Reavers. Only two Reavers for him. Let's just see if is he going for more. No, he's actually opting for some observer here and goes into mass gateways with those Zealots. No Zealot speed lag upgrade yet. So it will be of course mass Zealots with Dragoons. Perhaps we will see one Arbiter, even though Arbiter not a wise decision as the Protoss versus the Zerg, as of course the Zerg have mass Overlords here, and that they really need to protect this Overlord. So this is exactly what Jaedong is doing here with his Hydras. He's just hiding them underneath those Overlords, and just to protect them against those Corsairs. We even have Ursadon here on this map. Really good looking Ursadon. So let's just have a look at the move out here by Jaedong once again. We might have a good engagement. Some lurkers are on the map, but like we've seen before, Stork already out with that observer. Jaedong tries of course to get a nice position here. He really wants to get a surround here. In comes those Reavers. The Reavers are not attacking it, and they're very much fast forward here. So small mistake here by Stork. One Reaver is being saved. So much splash damage is now being done here. So much nice micro here by Jaedong. He just goes straight for those Corsairs, straight for those Dragoons. Really great stuff here by him. So a little bit of a sloppy mistake here by Stork. And Jaedong is moving out now with mass Hydralisk. Actually, let's have a look. Does he have some upgrades on those Hydralisks? Actually, he has upgraded his Overlords with speed and with his transportation ability here. So we might see a drop, of course, into the main here from Stork. Stork investing much into the defensive of his expansion, but Jaedong says, okay, no problem, I will just drop here into your main, and he goes straight for us production building. Now there's just one Zealot here, and even more is being brought in here by Jaedong. This should be of course another more Hydralisk with some lurkers. In comes the Reaver. This Reaver could save the situation. A very small moving Reaver here with some splash damage here. Sadly for him, those Hydralisk are just so fast, and so much is being now hurt for Stork. And indeed this is the Jaedong, sorry, this is the GG from Stork here. Really nice stuff here by Jaedong. And look at that, he even had some more reinforcements here waiting for him at a 3-base strategy versus a 2-base strategy here from Stork. Stork investing so much into those Corsairs, 6 Corsairs against some Mutalisk. He did, but there were no Mutalisk here from Jaedong. He just went straight into mass Hydralisk push with Overlord speed and Overlord transportation capability. Really nice stuff here by him. A nice lesson to you if you are a Zerg. A really cool strategy, just to fake your Spire into sinking the Protoss that you go into Mutalisk, but then just go mass Hydralisk with some early aggression with those Zerglings, and then with this great drop here with those mass Hydras and some lurkers, of course, just killing so much. Sadly for Stork, his Reavers, he did make a mistake with those 2 Reavers in the first fight, losing those Reavers, but in the end, of course, Jaedong also very strong with his Hydralisk, with his micro gameplay. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this replay as much as I did. I will be seeing you, of course, in the next replay. This is your host, Tommy, signing out.